The Lantern Festival. Emma had always loved the magic of the annual Lantern Festival in her small town of Maplewood. Every year, the townspeople would gather by the serene lakeside, illuminating the night with hundreds of colourful, floating lanterns that danced across the water's surface like fallen stars. This year was different for Emma. At 16, she felt a fluttering anticipation that she couldn't quite place. Maybe it was the way the summer breeze felt warmer against her skin, or how the lanterns seemed to glow brighter in the twilight sky. Or perhaps it was because of Liam. Liam had moved to Maplewood just a few months ago. With his messy brown hair, emerald eyes, and a laugh that could light up a room, he had quickly become the talk of Maplewood High. Emma had biology class with him and had spent countless hours stealing glances while pretending to focus on mitochondria and cell walls. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of pink and orange, Emma stood by the lake, clutching her unlit lantern. It was tradition to write a wish on the lantern before setting it afloat, and Emma's mind raced with possibilities. She bit her lip, debating whether to write the wish that had been lingering in her heart. "Need some help?" Emma jumped slightly, turning to see Liam standing beside her, his own lantern in hand and a friendly smile on his face. "Oh, hey Liam," she replied, hoping her voice didn't betray the sudden pounding of her heart. "Just trying to think of a good wish." He grinned, his eyes reflecting the shimmering waters. "Mind if I join you? I could use some inspiration myself." She nodded, and they found a cozy spot beneath a willow tree whose branches gracefully kissed the lake's surface. The sounds of laughter and soft music filled the air around them as families and friends prepared their lanterns. "So, any ideas?" Liam asked, tapping his pen against his chin thoughtfully. Emma shrugged, twirling a strand of her chestnut hair. "There's just so much to wish for. World peace, good grades, endless ice cream." Liam laughed, a sound that made Emma's cheeks warm. "All solid choices. But maybe we should wish for something a bit more personal?" She looked down at her blank lantern and then back at him. "What are you thinking?" He hesitated for a moment before leaning in slightly, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "Well, my mom always says that the best wishes are the ones that come straight from the heart." Emma's gaze met his, and for a moment, the world around them seemed to fade away. Gathering her courage, she decided to take a leap. "Okay, from the heart it is." They both turned to their lanterns, scribbling their deepest desires onto the delicate paper. Emma's hand trembled slightly as she wrote, "To share a special moment with someone who makes my heart smile." As they finished, Liam looked over, his eyes curious. "Want to trade wishes?" Emma's eyes widened. "Isn't that against the rules?" He chuckled. "There aren't any rules when it comes to wishes." After a brief pause, she nodded, and they exchanged lanterns. Emma's heart raced as she read Liam's wish. "To have the courage to tell her how I really feel." She looked up, her eyes searching his. "Who's her?" Liam's cheeks flushed a soft pink, and he took a small step closer. "Well, she's smart, funny, has a smile that could outshine all these lanterns." Emma's breath caught in her throat. "Sounds like a lucky girl." He smiled softly, his gaze never leaving hers. "I think I'm the lucky one." The space between them seemed to shrink as the sounds of the festival grew distant. The soft glow of the lanterns cast a golden hue around them, making the moment feel even more magical. Gently, Liam reached out, his hand brushing against hers. "Emma, I've wanted to tell you for a while now. I really like you." Her heart soared, and a radiant smile spread across her face. "I like you too, Liam." He leaned in slowly, giving her every chance to pull away. But she stayed rooted, anticipation buzzing through her veins. Their lips met in a tender, heartfelt kiss that felt like the culmination of all the unspoken words and stolen glances between them. As they pulled apart, both slightly breathless and grinning like fools, the first of the lanterns were released into the night sky. Together, they set their own lanterns afloat, watching as their wishes mingled and drifted across the starlit lake. Emma knew that this was a moment she would cherish forever, a first kiss under the shimmering lights of the Lantern Festival, with the boy who had captured her heart. And as the night wore on with laughter, stories, and newfound love, Emma realized that sometimes wishes do come true in the most beautiful ways.